money to the IRS.
Yeah, we have to own up to it occasionally when we're called on it. Or you gotta apologize and say, you know what, I was fucking wrong on that.
Well,
He never does that. He never does that.
Yeah, that is
So, how can I trust anything he says then?
Yeah. Well, the thing for me is, like, I can tell, like, here, like, everyone pounce on him if he, like, about faces even slightly. But, like, some of the stuff he says about, like, the U.S. and, like, the Sputnik, like, downloading information from that, and that's why Israel blew it up. Like, all this is, like, some fantasy, right? Yeah, exactly. Like, it's... I'm like genuinely concerned at times when it's like, is he drunk or does he truly believe this? And then how much do and that, exactly.
That's really good wine. I'm impressed with his wine choices.
Right? But then these people like eat it all up and they're like the Jews, you know.
Well, it takes a certain mindset. Weak people who don't have critical thinking skills and they just believe what they're told. And they can't discern anything.
And the weird thing is, like, Dr. Jack, and he, like, he won't say the Jews, and, like, Jeff caught this, too. But, like,
I'll say Israeli.
He was like, Bitcoin's down. Yeah.
All kinds of retarded shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think it's a fucking Israeli now.
Yeah, he'll be like, Bitcoin is down because of the Israelis. I'm just like, Dr. Jack, like, how? Like, what? Like, come on, man. Well, you've seen the shit they're doing, and I'm just, I don't know, bro. Like I see a war, but, like, are you trying to say that Gaza is why Bitcoin's down? Because I recall that war was going on for a while, and Bitcoin went up during that. So.
But listen, somebody said that, you know, he's, like, afraid to admit something or whatever, like people would.
Yeah, that was me. He's not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, I think the opposite of that. Like, if you have somebody who can admit where they were wrong, even infrequently or whatever, like, that elevates their character.
Agreed. It shows they have humility, right?
Yeah, I don't think people would turn away. In fact, it'd have the opposite effect. Like, if he was really, you know, if he would own up on bullshit. Okay, well, you know, at least you understand where you made a mistake, you know, don't do it again, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's a non-starter there. Like, it's total cult. It has all the workings and things. Call them Jekylites?
Yeah, that's what somebody called them. I didn't make them up. Yeah, Jackalite.
Come on, people. Pull out your napkin and a pencil and do some fucking basic math on anything. You'll see that it's stupid, ridiculous, and you have weak brains. Engage some critical thinking.
Yeah.
Anywho.
I mean, it'd be nice if he just said that. And like you said, I'd respect him more for it. I think a lot of people would. It's like, you get new information. It's okay to change your mind. Nothing's wrong. But it's like doubling and tripling down on it. That's not even the frustrating part. The frustrating part is like the Jackalites, like you said, who are also very nice people who just are now bought into this.
No, a thought just hit my mind. If this was true, that the Jews are so good and control so absolutely everything, isn't it logically and like proper to conclude that you better run over there and join them?
I guess. Can't beat him, join him. Yeah, he sent his money to the IRS. He should just send his computer to the IDF.
Yeah, just go join them and take over.
You should just send all your electronics to the IDF.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously that's a ridiculous proposition, but it shows you how dumb and ridiculous the claim is. It's, what the hell is this? Like some kind of a mass
hallucination.
Mass hallucination, or there's another term for it.
Mass hallucination, something.
Mass reality distortion field.
Of like the crowd, there's a word.
Mass hallucination psychosis. That's one.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is.
No two marriages are the same. Y'all go off of both of you guys' individual.
Yeah, let's go to picture pig.
And everything will fall into place. 24. He who stands on tiptoe doesn't stand firm. He who rushes ahead doesn't go far. He who tries to shine dims his own light.
Pig.
He who defines himself can't know who he really is. He who has power over others can't empower himself. He who clings to his work will create nothing that endures. If you want to accord with the Tao, just do your job, then let go. 25.
Oh, good.
There was something formless and perfect before the infinite, eternally present. It is the mother of the universe. For lack of a better name, I call it the Tao. It flows through all things, inside and outside, and returns to the origin of all things. The Tao is great. The universe is great. Earth is great. Man is great. These are the four great powers. Man follows the earth. Earth follows the Tao, follows only itself. 26. She stays serenely in herself. Why should the lord of the country flit about like a fool? If you let yourself be blown to and fro, you lose touch with your root. If you let restlessness move you, You lose touch with who you are. A good artist lets his intuition lead him wherever it wants. A good scientist has freed himself of concepts and keeps his mind open to what is. Thus the master is available to all people and doesn't reject anyone. He is ready to use all situations and doesn't waste anything. This is called embodying the light. What is a good man? It is the great secret. 28. Know the male, yet keep to the female, yet keep to the black. Be a pattern for the world. If you are a pattern for the world, the Tao will be strong inside you, and there will be nothing you can't do. The world as it is. If you accept the world, the Tao will be luminous inside you, formed from the void, like utensils from a block of wood. The master knows the utensils, yet keeps to the block. Thus she can use all things. 29. Do you want to improve the world? You'll ruin it. If you treat it like an object, you'll lose it. There's a time for being ahead, a time for being behind, a time for being in motion, a time for being at rest, a time for being vigorous, a time for being exhausted, a time for being safe, a time for being in danger. The master sees things as they are, without trying to control them. She lets them go their own way and resides at the center of the circle. Because he believes in himself, he doesn't try to convince others. Because he is content with himself, he doesn't need others' approval. Because he accepts himself, the whole world accepts him. 31. Weapons are the tools of violence. All decent men detest them. Weapons are the tools of fear. A decent man will avoid them, except in the direst necessity, and if compelled, will use them only with the utmost restraint. Peace is his highest value. If the peace, he dwells in reality and lets all illusions go.
Black billionaire to move like that. We don't really got no black billionaire that be standing on business when it comes to our politics and shit. Like, he put his money where his mouth is. Like, man.
But what changes he?
I mean, whether it's negative change or positive change.
So the crest of Neutron.
Well, he was responsible. Well, we mentioned his opposition to apartheid, which made a difference.
There are a bunch of liberal causes, and then he was big on prosecutors. He wanted to get much more liberal prosecutors. He did this kind of quietly in cities across the nation, prosecutors who would not be as strict in their prosecution of the law.
Yeah, and then, I mean, I don't agree with everything he does. He's super far left liberal. Why is he anti-Israel, though? I don't understand it.
You know how you have that word for black folks who don't support black causes? That's what he is to us.
But he's a billionaire, though. See, this
That's
is
correct.
it's one thing for people to just have an opinion about black people that, you know, but he's somebody that has political power. Like, he's somebody he can make change. He can change people's perspectives and shit.
My girlfriend gave a fortune, I'm talking millions, to...
oh, yeah. George Soros was, he funded Black Lives Matter. I mean, he funded a lot of shit.
To the studio.
Y'all be dirty macking and date our women, too. I be peeping that. I be peeping a lot of Jewish dudes that be...
Jewish one.
A lot of Jewish dudes be liking black women. Y'all be dirty macking that.
Like many of us. So the Sephardic Jews, many of them moved to Greece, which is why I thought that King was a Sephardic Jew, but I looked up the kind of Romaniot Jew that he mentioned from Greece, which is different. And the
can you spot like a cos? Because you know how like people would be cosplaying as certain groups. Like can you spot somebody that's cosplaying as a Jew, and then like and then what questions would you ask them to confirm if they're a fraud or not?
I mean, I don't really try to do that, but yeah,
Marsha is.
Yeah, that's a good question. But even a lot of
you asked them what
secular Jews wouldn't even know that.
Parsha is.
I'm telling you, most secular Jews wouldn't be able to answer that.
I disagree. They had bar mitzvah. You'll say Barach and see what they say back.
If without the fact that I delved into Orthodox Judaism later in life, like I didn't know that as a child that was my parsha. I wouldn't have known.
A good Jewish education.
Yeah, but the reform,
even poor parents.
I'm just. I went to a very nice school. The point is, the reform and the conservative, both of them, they're not focused on real education. They're focused on memorizing the Haftorah so that you can get through your bar mitzvah.
Okay.
That the government is going to reopen soon because Trump is so magnanimous that he is willing to continue to borrow and spend so we can, save all these huge federal employees, their salaries, their pensions, and just keep the flow going. But, I hope everybody here has a great Sunday.
Shutdown was political bribery, man. I think they use a good shutdown so people can come out in mass. This is why Democrats won across the nation this last election with Mondami and shit, man. I think if the Republicans...
I hate how it was so easy to grab the people and just sway them every which way and fearmonger them into, oh my gosh, what are we all going to do? This happens every time. The government gets shut down, everybody goes in a frenzy. It's a fucking scheme. And I hate to say it, like, I would never forgive the way black people have acted in the last, 2 years. I'm just gonna give this most recent example. Like, all of a sudden, we got this pool of black people who are like, oh my gosh, good food stamps. Attack individuals who need government benefits is fucking bananas.
Yeah, I don't respect that.
It's bananas. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think most black people, it was because I was seeing a lot of shit online that people were saying shit about black people on welfare. It was a lot of AI. Like, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. If this is the early stages of AI in 2025, I only can imagine what this shit gonna look like in 70 years, 75 years.
No, this wasn't AI though. Like, these are people who making the Facebook post that goes viral. And yes, this may be a minority. I'm not saying that it's a majority. I know I've seen otherwise, but like I said, I'll never forget
John, calm the fuck down. Mike, continue.
So just to land my point, like I said, the group of black people, minority or not, who came out in the last 2 or 3 years, stigmatizing, stereotyping.
That's wrong with it. Why are you putting yourself in that position? No, don't put us there. Black men men. The problem is black men. So what do you want? I'm asking you now.
I don't want anything anymore. I'm finished.
Wait, Johnson, can you shut the fuck up? Mike, continue. I apologize.
No, that was it. It was just that I would never forgive that pool of black people who behaved that way, whether it was a small group of them or not. Y'all never be forgiven ever.
Yeah, we see me. I don't like to kick people when they're down because usually people that's on that are women and children. So, yeah, I didn't have no. You know that welfare claim shit happened under was that Reagan that happened, or the fucked up stereotype of the welfare queen? They try to.
Yeah, I think it was Reagan.
I think it was Reagan era.
Take the shit out to recycle it. Good job.
Hey, I got Abraham Lincoln's tomb in Springfield, Illinois, where he's buried with his family. And my question to you is, in 1863, Lincolners and the beautiful speakers here in the audience, is this country's $37 trillion in debt, 38.2 trillion now, plus 100 trillion in unfunded debt liabilities. That means we are all technically on the same boat, which is a boat full of debt and taxes for future liabilities. My question to you is, do you think that cutting off big pharma and the military-industrial complex and keeping Social Security benefits and SNAP and other social welfare programs is the way to go?
Who want to take a shot at that first? Well, let Mike go. Mike, do you think?
I just feel like this is a double-edged sword type of question, right? Who do we save? Do we save? You know what I mean? This country has always had resources, whether it's food, all the government resources you can think of. So when you try to leverage and say, do we keep the government programs? The government programs are not y'all issue, right? Medicaid and whatever else type of government programs are not y'all issue. I know this is the scapegoat that y'all want to use to convince the world that this is the problem, but it's not. So to say, do we keep all these government programs, or do we try to fix our debt? How about you fix the crooked politicians who are misusing some of the government, some of their authority within the places that they hold to create legislation and all types of barriers for other people. Right?
Why do you always?
This is manipulative. It's manipulative. What you're saying.
And then why do you always be like financial experts when it comes to government spending? When it comes to the government spending money on poor people, but then y'all don't be really financial experts or geopolitical, like when it comes to geopolitical issues.
Well, the big beautiful bill, these corporations only have corporate growth because of the big beautiful bill. Companies that aren't making money all of a sudden are making $50 billion because they got the tax credit. So these tax people.
Lou, I'm gonna put this clip in the chat. There's a clip that shows like about 20 years worth of, I'm going to say actually it's like 15 years worth of CNN and Fox talking about how everybody's leaving New York and the billionaires are leaving New York. Well, this is going to happen. This is what we need to do to fix it. And then everything you got fearmonger people into believing is completely untrue. I don't get it.
Hey, real quick, John, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you Democrat, Republican? I see you running for Congress. Where are you?
I'm running for Chicago. This city was a republic in name until the Democrat scam took over, and they have ruled with the mafia and through voter fraud nonstop. There's a huge criminal element in Chicago in the government.
A lot of people don't know about the Italian mafia Chicago outfits. They control a lot of the judicial politicians and shit. What year was that when you said Republican and it changed, and then they gave up the city to
all the way from the time of Abraham Lincoln, from 1860 to 1920. And once unions came in, the Republic of Chicago started getting dismantled little by little. But Rahm Emanuel, a political operative, sold our parking rights to the Abu Dhabi Investment Fund. Now in Chicago, you get towed and ticketed and red light camera and speed ticketed. It is costing people thousands of dollars a year. They boot your car. You have to go to Chicago pay facilities. The mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, is at the head of the Chicago teacher union scam. 75% of our property taxes go to supporting communist, Marxist agitators and political operatives sucking. They are parasites, and all of us are the hosts of these Marxist communist parasites. No, I'm opposed to the tax credits in the big beautiful bill. Apple is the #1 recipient at $50 billion. Then there's Microsoft and Nvidia and BlackRock and Pfizer. Everybody gets tax credits. $500 billion a year to we the people, transferring it to our AGI, our adjusted gross income, and our personal income. This is insanity. We can't continue spending money by giving Fortune 500 tax credits. This is insane. It's unethical. There's no great intent or virtue in doing this. We can't keep contributing to the borrowing and spending and taxing of we the people.
So how do we resolve when a system, if you know economics, you know the system was designed on debt. The system only works because of debt through the Federal Reserve System. So how do you as a politician propose to get us from an economy that's built on debt to something else?
Well, as I discussed earlier, Abraham Lincoln, our great American president, he issued the greenback in competition to European banks. The Federal Reserve is not just a banking system for the United States. It is the de facto global banking system. The Federal Reserve window is in all major countries, because if countries need to liquidate their U.S. treasuries, they go straight to the Federal Reserve window. So we live in a huge conundrum, and there's no easy solutions. It's my opinion that the three biggest expenses are Medicaid, the military-industrial complex, and Social Security. I believe that the middle pillar is the Social Security. We have to limit big pharma, Medicare, Medicaid, and the health insurance corporations from sucking at us, we the people. They are parasites. We are their host. And the military-industrial complex, which is engaged in international military policing and regime changing and civilization building at the expense of we the people. So I'm running to help liberate the state of Illinois. We're now $38 trillion in debt. And, you know, Donald Trump is not a libertarian president, but God bless Donald Trump and God bless America.
So one of the most famously one known is the Ithaca Hour. One of the reasons why individual currencies like the greenback own little micro economy with their own city or township?
No, because you have to remember that in the United States of America, we're spending over $1.2 trillion a year on education in this country, because 65% of your property taxes goes towards your local school system. We have to essentially cut costs dramatically. Education should be one of the biggest expenditure cuts that we are able to create, which we can defund by 50%. Property taxes are out of control. I hear the question, but you have to realize you can't create your own currency. You might live in some type of currency utopia, but you can't pay your property taxes in your now currency. Will not be accepted by your local government.
That's not true. There are currencies that are created by the community that are accepted by local governments. So that's why I'm asking you a very pointed question about when you start talking about things like the greenback and not correlate the historical reason why it doesn't exist anymore, then to me it's like a big part on what you're on the stage is a bunch of, I don't know, trying to get people
hogwash.
Exactly. You're not basing anything on fact. It's just a bunch of propaganda, which is what it seems like many of you that are quote mega or mega light are just consistently doing, just spewing propaganda. Because talk about the historical reason why the greenback doesn't exist anymore.
Because they assassinated Lincoln. That's why it doesn't exist anymore.
No, that's not. There were many currencies that existed during that time. So right now, these are the same people who are screaming out loud saying, oh, if the Federal Reserves create a digital currency, that digital currency is going to be programmable. And because that digital currency is following, the country was built on debt. The only way to get rid of debt is to destroy and dismantle the current system. Is that what he is?
But why do you see y'all too radical? This is why Democrats laws destroy the what are we talking? Like,
that's the only way, Lou. The only way is because the system is built on debt. That's how it operates at its core.
No, I don't.
This
I
is
don't think that's
conspiracy
the
theory
case.
bullshit. This is
No,
like,
actually,
No,
it's
it's
just
because none of you don't understand how
Hi,
economics work.
Concrete Bookie.
You're
what's up? How you
superficial
doing?
in your
Oh, you looking
your
all
learning.
beautiful.
You're not
Anyway,
educated on how it works.
Got it, Sean. But unfortunately, you can't pay your property tax bill by coming on Clubhouse and having conversations. You can't pay your groceries with Clubhouse conversations. That's a fact, right?
John, you're on Clubhouse trying to get my vote.
Wait,
Oh,
hold on.
shit.
First of all, you're not in Illinois. He's not trying to get your vote. All right, wait. Hold on.
You don't know where I live.
Girl, you live in
You have no idea.
Barbados or some shit.
You have no idea where I live.
You don't live in Illinois. You don't live in this
You
district.
don't know where I live.
Oh my God. So wait, I'm asking you a question.
My point is,
Do you live in this district? Yes or no to vote for him?
my point was, Lou, is he is
Stop
here
being
on
performative.
Clubhouse trying to get someone's vote.
No, he's not. But he just said what he was doing. Wait, let me all right. Concrete, do you think? I got a couple questions because I've been reading up on this website since y'all been debating. Do you?
all right, I appreciate that, brother. I heard Sean give an impassioned speech about greenbacks, the Federal Reserve, and debt, right? And I think his concern about the digital currency was surveillance and governmental overreach.
Hey, what up? Pull up.
Without the... Okay, I'm done. Lou, you keep cutting me off, but okay, I'm done.
I'm just telling somebody to come up. Just continue. It's not that deep.
Oh, no worries. I just thought you wanted to say something.
No, just tell somebody to come up.
It's to create a system so you're not indebted to X, Y, and Z. That is the origin of how you keep creating.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. If you would have come into the room and heard what I was saying, asking a question about earlier to him as a politician, what does he propose to supplant this system? Because the entire system is built on debt.
Okay, so that's where we disagree, right? So I don't take it to be built on debt. I take it to be built on assets, the full and confidence, right? So the reason why I give you that money,
Hold the fuck on. Now, John. What's your motherfucking mind? Hold the fuck on. Now, John, I fuck with you. I rock with you. The person in the back channel was like, hey, can I post my website at the top? You have lost your rabbit ass mind, John Buck. All right, calm the fuck down, buddy. All right, here's the thing.
Okay, so the debt that you're talking about is the debt that, or the structure and way, like throughout the system, first through the banks, and then the banks distributed to the people who they deem credit worthy, right? Which is going to be other businesses, other people. That is the structure that we use, and that was before, or that's after we had the backing by the gold, right? Which is to say there was something that backed your currency so that you can exchange something of value for something else of value. The new system is built on debt, but that's not a necessary component, right? And so if somebody offers to go back to the gold system, then you can see how there wouldn't be the same debt component. Even though there is a state of indebtedness from one party to the next, it's not just, backing that promissory note besides the full faith and credit of the United States. Now, here's how it works, all right? If you were to say to the United States, hey, buddy, I want to take my dollars and I want something of value. The government can definitely give you something of value because the government is very wealthy. They can give you land. They can give you physical assets such as cars, houses, so on and so forth. So it's not purely debt. The debt is something you put on your balance sheet as an existence issue or existent state of affairs, but there is something backing it, and that is the confidence that you can get something of value for this promissory note. So. Yeah.
Hey, I think there needs to be a cleanup in Area B of the food court. Concrete, get on top of that.
The COVID-19, and you blamed it on the Democrats. Why did you blame COVID-19 and how they dealt with it on Democrats?
Was long in the making. Big Pharma has a huge control over our lives. Secretary Kennedy in the Trump administration, head of NIH, he is leading the fight. Fauci on Facebook every day telling us, you got to vax up or this pandemic will never end. You all know it's a scam by now. The research is out. It's extremely dangerous to put spike proteins in your body. And Justin Trudeau, the head of Canada, puts his little needle in his arm and says, I got the COVID-19 vaccine and now I got the flu shot, everybody. Wake up, you're sheeple. This is not health. This is not medicine. This is poison. And it's about making money and probably about population control so we can't have children. These are criminals, and Bill Gates is a psychopath. This is Candidate John.
The only thing you dummies did by getting that Jew flu shot was make Mr. Sheckelstein rich. You guys are fucking retards.
Oh my God, did you just say Jew flu? I'd like to add something to the conversation. I think I heard somebody say, like, it was because of, they're blaming it all on Democrats. My only question is to you, who was responsible for Operation Warp Speed? So, I mean, in regards to the development of the first COVID vaccines and the acceleration of the process with or without a Republican presidency. And it's just so happens that that president put off signing documentation in regards to COVID in comparison to places like Guangzhou, China, and Italy and things like that, because we didn't do the early shutdown. We waited until months later. And then that very president, under a very Republican presidency, right, left office after Operation Warp Speed.
I want to see your dick under my Christmas tree.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, move that Punjabi down.
But I'm done. Yeah, Operation Warp Speed. Who created?
But you don't think that was largely?
Why y'all bring him back up? Come on.
You guys don't think
Move
that
that
was
Punjabi down.
largely?
Move that Punjabi down.
You don't think that was like largely public health bureaucrats, like the National Institute of Health, of course the pharma companies, like that was something where everybody got together on to like brainstorm for a solution. Companies thought was possible, and how quickly they could get the drug trials done.
Yo, why do we act like like we really just go even when it wasn't even approved yet by the FDA? And then there was a lot of people losing their jobs because of this shit. It was a lot of shit, and we just act like that shit ain't happened.
Yeah, the thing is that the shutdown, like if you look at the trajectory of it, them shutting down very early in that year, right, in 2020, they shut down really early. We didn't shut down until like March. And so the thing is that we didn't get the vaccine until we developed the vaccine. The vaccines that are in China and Italy are the same vaccines that we got. Pfizer.
No, China got the Sino. No, they got the Sino. They largely got the Chinese made one that was ineffective.
But when it was ineffective, so when was it? When was that developed? And then the round that was effective, what company was that? When was it developed?
At the same time as ours.
Exactly, my love. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So how come they did a shutdown and decreased cases well before the COVID, before they got the actual? If they gave out the same vaccine around the same time as us, but they shut down earlier and had a better response, why did we wait longer to do it and then also rely on the vaccine for a similar response when we could have shut down as early as they could? I know it was an economic thing, right? Not wanting to hinder businesses and the American economy, right, by shutting it down so quickly. But where
stopping flights, particularly from the Wuhan region of China. And of course, what's funny is China stopped internal flights within China or travel back and forth from Wuhan when the outbreak first occurred. Now, what the Democrats ended up doing is, if I recall correctly, Chuck Schumer is in front of us. And, you know, I don't, and when it comes to the actual vaccine mandates, it was the left at that point, after Operation Warp Speed, it was the Democrats that were calling for people to get fired if they didn't get the fucking vaccine. So, I mean, I don't know. It just...
The logic is not... It's not complaining about. It's not logicking. Yeah, it's not logicking. Logicking is not a word, but I'm just saying it to be funny. Because you're saying he shut down trips to Wuhan. If you look at what country had the largest demographic of COVID cases, it was America. So shutting down trips to Wuhan, you needed to actually do something amongst the American public, American citizens, right? Because we already had developing cases. The amount of people traveling between the United States and Wuhan is very small. Very, very small. Right.
Sure, but what was it? But nobody knew the extent or how deadly the virus was. China was silent on it. If you remember, this is really hard here.
I agree with those sentiments, right? Italy and China had some of the first active, as far as responses to COVID, but they weren't the countries that were devastated the most with COVID. It was the United States, it was India, it was France, it was Germany, it was Brazil. Those were the countries that had the most cases of COVID vaccines, right? It wasn't Italy, it wasn't China. So I understand your sentiment, but what I'm saying is that the policy changes and the shutdown needed to happen as early as Italy and China did, even though they weren't hit hardest with COVID.
Listen, I hate to break the bad news to you, everybody, but the poison is in the vaccine. The COVID-19 virus is not the problem. The vaccine is the problem, everybody. Wake up. Big Pharma's not your friend. Your local congressperson isn't your friend. They want to tax you, they want to kill you, and they want to sterilize you.
What was you saying?
Reddy wasn't a Democratic president. It was Trump. It was during Trump's presidency. Reddy wasn't a Democratic president. It was Trump. It was during Trump's presidency. Now, and even more so, right?
Who's a chiropractor? I got Dr. Copeland's number. I ain't gonna lie. If you beat Dr. Copeland in a debate, bro, I'm donating to your campaign.
Hold on.
He undefeated.
Funny, we didn't have to get the correction. We know what he is.
No, we gotta get the
John is being funny.
Let's correct it because people don't know.
Yeah.
People don't know.
Gripe you have with him. Don't present it with misinformation.
Oh, it ain't misinformation. He's a bullshitter.
That may be. Yeah, it was super high.
I'm pretty sure 80%.
No, it wasn't that high, but it was very high, like something like 60%. But in any case, why do you think Black Americans are willing to vote for the party that was doing everything they could to make the vaccine mandated when so many Black Americans was against the mandate? How do we connect those two?
Can you ask that question one more time? Hold on, real quick.
Why do you think so many Black Americans align themselves with the Pins who are actually against the mandate?
I mean, that's not politics. There's a shifting, there's a reorganizing of American politics right now where Black people are systematically moving towards Republican. So that state happened about 6 times when they shifted us from Democrat, Republican, right? But it is so. I think that question is interesting.
Shift that's transpiring in the U.S. since the pandemic. So I would agree with you, but I'm just speaking in general that party that was targeting Blacks and that was advocating for the mandate, and not only advocating for the mandate, but was advocating for the exclusion from societal norms if you refuse to get vaccinated. That's the party that did that. That's their motto. Okay, that's how they operate. They deem themselves liberal, but they only respect a certain type of liberty. But when it came to things like that vaccine, they were real demanding upon that.
Compartmentalizing is something that I've noticed, we're good at, not just Black people, but America, big compartmentalizers, being able to put certain things in a box and be able to just cherry pick off certain things. So, there's a plethora of reasons why they would continue to vote for a party that they were in opposition to when it came to the COVID vaccination. Some people could call it herd mentality. Some people could just be being out of habit. But I agree with what Melissa said. There is a shift happening, and the shift is different now, I would say, because they're not moving anything. The mindsets of Black Americans are changing. So we're not dealing with just people shifting because they're being, radicalized or they're being fed propaganda to follow. They're actually having these critical conversations and changing their mindsets and how they look at politics and how they discuss them, even on a micro level. So that shift is happening, more now than ever, for sure, for the right reason, I would say.
Yeah, and I think it should be a policy-based shift versus just.
For sure.
Look at the quote that I just put in the chat from George Orwell. It says, it was always the women, and above all the young ones, who were the most bigoted adherents of the party, the swallowers of the slogans.
That's my twin, man.
Hey, twin. Hi, everyone.
What's up? She ain't your twin, boy. How you doing, Queen?
I'm not Muslim and Jewish.
That's a friend of ours. What is that called? YouTube channel. Are you American?
Yes, I'm American.
Where are your grandparents from?
My grandma.
So it's a real Jew.
My grandma was born in the DR. Her grandma was born in Portugal. Her mom was born in Israel. My dad was born. My dad, and as far as I can go back in his side, Black American.
Wait, she really a sister, bro, or are you joking? Because I don't know you to be a liar.
Why are you so confused?
All right, nigga, nigga. That was a joke.
Don't play in traffic with a blindfold on. Don't play with me.
She beat you on what? Wait, what? How she? What was it? Had anything to do with the church or?
Yeah.
We don't talk about it.
Dang, yo.
We don't talk about it. And we agreed. We shook hands. We hugged. All that's over. But I just mentioned it. Yeah.
Excellent. That's the Black American excellence.
Very knowledgeable, fact-based, a plethora of knowledge on a plethora of subject matters. Just put it that way.
I want to give a shout out to Lou. Lou, I want to thank you, brother, for being an inspiration and a reminder to fast. I did 4
Did you do it?
days last week.
Oh my God.
Shit was phenomenal. It's hot, bro. It's hot. I was talking to my mama about it today.
That shit was tough, huh, bro?
Phenomenal. Yeah, it's tough, but it's so worth it, bro.
Bro, it's like you a new person, bro.
Oh my God.
It's like you a new person. Wait, so did I inspire you to do that, brother?
Bro, I've always done it. Like once a week when I'm really stressed out. Obviously you don't want to eat when you're really stressed out. But you did inspire me because you brought me back to it when you told me about the 7 days, 14 pounds. You talked about that months ago. Then you talked about that a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, look at this nigga. I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see what I could do.
It was probably one of the toughest things I ever did. 7 days, all water. I didn't do no electrolytes, nothing. Just straight water. But you gotta get a specific water. You gotta get a specific. You gotta get the Mountain View water, the Mountain spring water. Yeah, the Mountain View spring water from Whole Foods, because I tried to do it another time and it was just regular bottled water and shit, and I was struggling. So you got a specific type of water, mineralized.
You know what I do? You know what I do? When I struggled on day 1 and 2, I just go home. I'm out of the streets.
Mountain Valley. That's what happened. Yes. And I was active. I was moving around. See, day 4 is the hardest day. That's crazy. That's when you stop. That was my hardest day. Because the first 2 days was smooth. Day 3 was. I'm at the sports book right now.
I did it for like 4 days. I'm not gonna lie. That if you stay busy, like if you keep a busy schedule, you get up in the morning. By the time you get home, you be too tired to eat. Like I did it for like a good 4 or 5 days, and I was like, nah. It's time to eat. I'm fucking hungry out this motherfucker.
Yeah, bro. That 4 or 5 days.
When you hungry, that's when you drink hella water.
You gotta drink water.
You're gonna be at the bathroom like every 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
I hate to break up y'all kumbaya, but after I'm sorry, Mike. after the fast, I would like to suggest, if you want to live your absolute best life, get at least 2, maybe 4 cups of raw fruits and vegetables in your diet every day. Like eliminate lunch.
But you shouldn't even eat dinner after. You gotta slowly. You gotta eat fruits or like some small portions, and then like over a few days, then you eat like a dinner. You don't eat dinner as soon as you break the fast.
Yeah. So when you're coming off the fast, you're 100%, 1,000% right. You should definitely start slowly and start with like having greens like cucumbers, celery, and things like that, and then you work your way towards. So you're set. Cucumbers, celery, the thing is that the difference between them and leafy greens is that they have a lot more cellulose, right? So that's fiber. So that fiber is tougher to digest, right? So when you're looking at fruits and vegetables, you want to eat your food. Now, it's not going to be perfect every day, but you do want to eat according to density, right? And so you want to eat the foods that have the most water in them first, right? And then towards the end of the day, so you might actually put your cucumbers and your celery with fruits and things like that, right? But towards the end of the day, which is the most common mistake, that's when you have your heavier foods. If you're a meat eater, you have your meats, you have your grains, your legumes, which is like your chickpeas and your black beans and your things like that, nuts, seeds. And it's crazy because I've been in the fitness world for over a decade now, and we've been taught to do it the opposite, like eat your heaviest meal at breakfast, right? But it's strange when you eat according to density, and I don't know who you guys follow, but I do follow a lot of like raw vegan people who mention eating with the sun and eating according to density. And I don't have to necessarily eat meat at night, but it's the one myth that I've realized, right, is that they say don't eat at night, don't eat at night, don't eat at night. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I eat at night. I eat whatever the fuck I want to eat. I eat when I'm hungry, right? But I do fast. But most of the people that I've seen in my career, right, and I deal with people who on the fitness level, usually, they restrict their calories. They live by these rules. Don't eat at this time. Don't eat at that time. Fasting is the beautiful thing, but it is lost and not spiritual maintenance. Fasting might actually cause you to hold on to more fat than you think.
Well, from a governmental perspective, we have to fast because we're $38 trillion in debt, ladies and gentlemen. And most people in this room, only 3% of you read books.
Have to be information for your campaign, right?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I like John. Put a one in the chat for John, man. Seems like, hey, man, he campaigned. As soon as he told y'all Republican, he Republican, y'all got triggered, man. John campaigning, man. I thought
he was a libertarian.
He just keeps going.
Can I kumbaya a little bit more about fasting?
One thing I was going to say about the individual who spoke earlier, I didn't realize that celery, if you eat too much or drink too much of its juice, it has nitrates in it. And the nitrates can actually, when they mix with certain elements in your stomach, are carcinogens. So it's something to keep in mind. Just like nightshade plants, you have to be very mindful of how much of those you consume.
So for me, day 1 and day 2 were the most difficult. Day 3 was easy, day 4 was easy, and then when I got into day 5, I just kept getting consumed with food porn. And then I was like, I was also pretty tired. So I was like, I want to go back to fucking eating. I don't want to do this no more. But I am excited to do it again this week. So if there's anybody who want to take the challenge, offer that challenge to do the 7-day fast. If anybody want to start it on Monday, Mike, you down for it?
I'm with it.
I ain't gonna lie, your vibe been different. Your vibe been different too, man. I like that. I like that.
Some good black women
No,
vibe.
I still got the same niggeristic vibe. I do feel better psychologically, spiritually, physically. It's awesome. I encourage everybody to do it, bro. It's amazing. Thank you, Mike.
Hey, God,
one thing I will say though, like,
shout out to my bro, Concrete.
one thing I will say is,
To
if you
God
fast like 7 days or like 14 days, whatever. Once you get to that point, the one thing that I hated about that was that, like,
Wait, you did 14 days?
Yeah, me and my brother, we did like 28 days.
Oh, you were nuts. You're nuts.
Yeah. I remember you telling that story too. I remember that.
Yeah,
we did 28. We did get into the only water. We did it right after my mom passed away. It was like 2013, and that was my introduction to this software, bro. It was over a decade ago. I appreciate you too, but that was my introduction to it, and he taught me that was like everything, bro. I mean, we started out with spring water, and then after like day 5 or 6, I was explaining to him like I was fatigued as hell. So we put like maybe a couple tablespoons of Himalayan salt in my water just a few electrolytes. He didn't need any of that because he'd been doing it for a minute. But eventually, the only thing I will say after day like number 14 or 15, it's hard to keep like your breath smelling fresh, dry all of you. I mean, you're not.
Your stomach will start coming out.
No, 100%. Like your body is literally flushing everything out, even in the form of an odor too as well. And that's the only thing that I hated. So even if you had like a pack of gum right next to you, or you brush your teeth like maybe 4 or 5 times a day, you still couldn't really keep that odor away. resurface. I get to be gone for food.
Nigga said my breast.
21 days.
21 days is insane.
We did 28.
28.
That's you different. I ain't gonna lie. How much weight did you lose?
I'm not sure. Man, I wasn't really doing it for the weight loss, but I think I would say probably I lost maybe about 60 pounds.
60?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's believable. I lost
60 pounds in how many days?
I lost
28 days. I was only 2 pounds.
I lost 14 or 12. I don't remember. I lost 14 or 12, but I lost 12 or 14 pounds.
You lost. I lost a couple pounds.
I'm too flat. I was 210. I'm too flat.
What's your height?
I lost 12.
Oh, you're right where you should be.
You know, the government shutdown is a lot like a fast. It's a stress test to the system. And guess what? Nothing's changed, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God! 2 pounds a day is absolutely insane, bro. No, it's really not. 2 pounds a day is actually normal. See, the scam is these gym memberships. All you have to do is just fast and eat, keep it just protein and fruits and vegetables, and you'll lose 1.5 pounds a day, literally. It depends on how much weight you lose and the exact weight it is that you're losing. Because you start to lose, you can lose fat, you can lose muscle mass, you can lose water, right? So 2 pounds a day, 2 pounds a day.
Yeah, your body's basically burning the fat.
Yeah, you're burning it. That's normal. Yeah, that's normal. Like 2 pounds for me. But did anyone else who did it, did they actually have a lot of lucid dreams?
I got a spiritual awakening, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Spiritual. I feel like I got baptized.
That's the strongest ring, Luke.
You have a lot of weird dreams, spiritual dreams, those kind of things.
I have a few interesting things for sure. I don't remember the truth. Yeah, I had a few interesting things, but it'll take me a minute to kind of recall any of them. It was so long ago.
But Sean, you need to do it if you're worried about the benefits. You should definitely.
No, I've done it. I've done it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, multiple times. Yeah.
I think it should be something that people can adapt.
The last time I did it for 7 days was about 11 months ago, and I consider myself as separating. I don't know. I had some kind of separation of the ego experience. Like I really went real deep. Like I was on some kind of.
I was going to ask that, Sean. Anybody who's had their, I was going to ask that anybody who's done it for over 28 days or for an extended period of time, how is your spiritual life?
Amazing, to be honest with you. Like I said, we're gonna open a totally different room because I'll pull over and really just take a deep dive for you guys. I was already spiritually going through some shit, so but it was legendary. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm totally different.
28 days is so you and your brother did 28 or just one of y'all?
All of my brothers, it was three. All three of us did 28 days.
Damn, faith, that's beautiful. What faith do you subscribe to, if at all?
I attempt to practice Christianity, but it's a practice. I practice.
Damn, 28 is legendary. Wait, so because I know you're not. Wait, so your first time doing the fast, you did 28 days? Because that's classic stuff. He be doing it all the time. And he got inspired by some dude. I think it was a prankster on fucking TikTok. I guess he did 30 days straight. So he did 7 days. He didn't do it the first time. His first time doing it, he only did 2 days. Second time he did 4 days. I was playing basketball. I was at 24 Hour Fitness, hooping on a 5th day, like tripping. But yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what. The one thing I will
what
say.
What kind of fast are y'all talking about? Y'all talking about all water?
Yeah, all water.
Oh, no. Well, I'm a periodic faster myself. I've been doing it over the years. And the best fast that I go on is a green juice fast consisting of kale, beet, celery, carrots. Right? I drink that. Then I drink rosehip tea, green tea, and I drink water. And by the 3rd day, I'm in the euphoric stage.
Abby, what's up?
That euphoric stage is the most beautiful stage of the fast. I did a 21-day fast like that, and all my anxiety was gone. I felt like there was nothing going on in my life that affected me. I felt like my energy was like in another zone space. It's a very powerful place to be. The clarity, the sleep, you sleep deep. Your dreams are crisp and clear. You wake up energized all day. You feel light. You feel like you're above, like you one with the universe, man. It's just a powerful thing.
Facts.
Yeah, I think.
And on top of that, man, bro, like
why don't America mainstream never preach fasting to the masses? I don't get it.
It's the oldest form of medicine, bro. It's the oldest form of medicine.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Why would America promote something that would literally cause them to not have as much health issues, not have as much stupidity, and not have as much violence? That would be like literally a recipe for fucking the destruction of America itself. Less sick people, less people fucking crashing out because they're actually in tune with their crown, and they're in tune with what they're eating and how they're living. Like, that's not, it really would not be as much of a giant as it is. That's what they make a lot of their money off of. I hate to say it.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, but you have to be careful with fasting because, say you don't know your vitamin levels, right? So you go into a fast and you haven't did an assessment of your nutritional level, right? You could be deficient partially in some areas, and you go on a fast and further deficient, you can cause harm with fasting. It's not play with that. You gotta
take them cell salts.
Well, what I'm saying is that I
literally die fasting if you don't know what the fuck you're doing and you heavily exert yourself. It really depends on the individual.
Yeah, it's very different.
Medication and shit like that.
Right. You gotta know what you're doing, man.
Underlying health issues.
This is in the same vein as what Mike was saying about America and how they promote a particular system. And I have a theory, since we're talking about this. I have a theory that how we're not as violent as they like to report and show us and make us think that we are. I have a theory that we are not as unhealthy or sick as they would like to make us believe. You ever notice that everything you got to worry about this, about that, about this, you gotta get this, You're like, yo, what the hell? How can I live? How can I survive? I gotta go to the doctor. The doctor gotta give me the drugs, or else I'm gonna fucking die. And I swear, I don't believe that we're that sick. And I think fasting is definitely a healing process. And to hear somebody who's doubting it, anyway, fasting is definitely a healing process, both psychologically and physically and spiritually. And when I hear people say don't fast, I say, okay, but God said to fast. So which one do I believe? Your fear about some mineral deficiency, or I believe in what God said? And if I go home, I'm going home. It is what it is. I said, Lord, I was fasting. You told me to fast, so I'm here for that.
I think
the reality is that a lot of it, and they do have a shit ton of, first of all, the amount of sugar some people have, and of course, everybody's metabolism is a lot different. I mean, no doubt, just by the sheer number of obese people we have in this country, we are a pretty sick country. Our ancestors were not used to having this much sugary and fat-filled fucking foods constantly around. Like, they literally had to fight to eat, literally fight really hard to find food, that is. And it's a lot.
Like they had to scavenge?
Yeah, they had to hunt, they had to scavenge. They didn't have refrigerators, they didn't have preservatives. You couldn't just keep shit in a shelf. And it's the way we have it today, is not how our ancestors went through hundreds of thousands of years to survive.
I think that America makes all their money off of ignorant people. People are just ignorant, and they're uninformed. And like John said, they do not read. Even when it comes to this election, even when it comes to what's actually happening, even with the government shutdown, all the facts have been presented, and people are still screaming and hollering at Donald Trump. I personally, I have to I don't know. It's just something where the smart people just end up just shutting the fuck up because it has way more to do with Donald Trump. It has to do with the Democrats not doing what they're supposed to do on their side. They denied opening it up 15 times, but we don't want to talk about that fact. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just stupid. It's stupid. America makes money off of ignorant fucking people who don't know shit, and they just wait for someone to tell them where to go, what to do. They take people's sound bites, and then they just reiterate what they heard. And we all have access to information. It's the age of information. And the same thing happened with COVID. Shout out to everybody who did not get the goddamn shot. I remember being in those doctors' rooms on Clubhouse fucking 5 years ago, literally having the conversations about the fact that spike protein will kill your immune system. Okay? I mean, you can have logical conversations about this because if they put a spike protein in your body to become immune to it, and your body can no longer naturally fight what you need to fight. Okay? All the information was there. On the CDC, they told you there was 23 possible fucking ways that the COVID vaccine could affect you. 5 of them literally resulted in death. One was a stroke. Myocarditis and pericarditis is what we see now. What's happening right now where people are having all these heart attacks and these strokes because they have inflammation around their heart. Okay? So now would be the time where you would actually see the people dying from taking that jab. Okay? They also told you get a blood clot. They also said you could, it was one other things, myocarditis, pericarditis, stroke, blood clot, and death. Death was actually one of the shits on the CDC. Like they literally wrote it on the website, all the different ways that this shit could fuck you up. So people common sense, right? People who read, people who have intelligence was like, damn, if there's 23 possible outcomes, and 5 of those outcomes means that I have a higher chance of dying between now getting the jab in 5 years to 10 years plus, because again, they didn't have, I'm saying all this to say is if we logically think, use our common sense and read, you can be informed. And when you're not informed, this is why the country turns into the things that it turns to, because everyone's just listening to sound bites instead of reading. But I'll land.
So are you saying that the vaccine was not okay? There is an elevated risk with especially with younger males. Last time I checked, with getting the shot, but especially when it comes to like people 50 and above or comorbidities, I've never seen anything that showed other than that your risk of a severe complications to the illness. In other words, you would be far more likely to die or suffer severe complications of COVID if you got it than you would of the vaccine. So for a lot of people, it was the best option was to the vaccine.
This is the thing. So one second. If you have comorbidities, right? If you have different things going on, on your back. You know, when you're sick, you're supposed to be sitting up because that's where fluid and all those things naturally test.
But I was asking, are you saying that people that, let's say you're 60 years old and you have type 1 diabetes, are you saying that those people should not get the vaccine?
That's not what she's telling people, that if they didn't get the vaccine, they were going to die. Okay, this was the verbiage that was coming out at the time. You're gonna die if you don't get it. You got to get the vaccine so that you won't get COVID. That was the language, and I will actually become immune to COVID if I catch it. Okay, because now my body can build those antibodies. It can build that, and then we can kind of like level it out. But if you have a spike protein that's fighting for you, your immune system is being broken down.
You're ignorant.
When I go, you're ignorant. And that's the reason why we're in a fucked up position.
Because everybody else understood what she said, and you went and asked her what she said again.
Yeah, because y'all fuck, I'm going on mute, okay? like I said,
what is your highest level of...
Okay, nigga, let me just move you down, because you can talk to me, I'll bring it back up. But I'm not about to argue with you about something that we all can see has happened. We're actually at the end result of this right now, Okay? That's what happened. You didn't have to get the COVID vaccine. And then they made it a mandate just for them to not make it a mandate in November when the Supreme Court passed the ruling. So a lot of people lost their jobs for no fucking reason. Some of them got them back, but some people had to start their career all over again. That's what I'm saying. And even like listening to people, I don't know, just we are cooked. We're cooked. If you are not informed, if you are not, if you don't take the time to actually read what is out here and available for you, then it's no point even having these conversations. That's the reason why I just go on mute, because y'all, some of y'all are just lost. Not everybody.
Well, yeah, some people have buyer's remorse. Some people took the Pfizer. Some people took Moderna, J&J, and they have buyer's remorse, and they want to defend their infection. They want to defend the genetic damage they've done to their body and to their immune system. They have buyer's remorse.
So I just want to say this. I agree with some of what you said in terms of people not reading and knowing their rights, because when COVID came, I never subscribed to vaccination, but when COVID came and I was working somewhere where, this is my career, they were definitely trying to fire people. And as soon as they sent that email, I went up and took up a religious exemption. And I have it everywhere I go. No matter where I go, I have a religious exemption. As soon as, like, and
we got to look out for them.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I like you, bro. Me personally, brother, we can get, you can, yeah, brother, I'm gonna partner up with you. I might join your campaign, brother. You won me over.
Yeah, the Roger Mayhem, who is on this app, he said one day we were going to do a room together, and he must be a prophet because we're doing it right now.
Yeehaw! All right, but next time when you come to my room, don't let me know if you want to stream my room before you do it. Don't just stream my room without asking me, brother. All right? Let's break bread with each other. How we show love in America is we break bread with each other. We don't use each other. All right?
Bullshit. We don't go to your dirty ass barbecues. The fuck you talking about?
Fuck out of here. All right, well, I can't. It's a lot on me right now. Anyways, but yeah, that pandemic, bro, was the craziest shit. I think that was probably the craziest time in American history, bro. And the fact that we just glossed over the fact that they shut the whole, not just the United States down. Because I was in Vegas at the time. When I seen that, when the lights was off in Vegas, I knew some wild shit going on. And the fact that they put mandates on niggas, and y'all remember how they called Kyrie Irving crazy? And how he's a nutcase and he's an idiot for him not wanting to take that vaccine. And then all of the stuff that people found out now about the vaccine is not what they told us when they initially told us to take it. There was a lot of crazy shit going on out there in the streets. Say what you want, a plate without saying you want a plate. Kick the plate, John. Oh, they liking John in the chat. John, you're American. You're an IGB legend now, man. They liking you here. All right. So I'm supposed to be doing this room with South Africans on TikTok. This is gonna be my first room. I'm a host. I'm gonna be a host in their space, and then I'm gonna do my debut with them. But they had a room the other day. They had like 700 people in there. I went in there not the other day, like 2 weeks ago. I went in there and they like, you are brilliant. They don't play, John. So they end up taking a liking to me. Don't play Pepe. And there's a lot of similarities between Black Americans and Black South Africans, man. It's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. The type of shit that they talk about, they political. Cause all right, so they got a hold on real quick. All right, so let me break this down. All right, so there's two major parties in. What? Let me wait. I'm trying to wait for my food to come. Give me a sec. All right. My bad. So there's two major parties in Africa, right? So the one party is the African National
We crushed it.
Congress,
This was like
which
my
is the
best
ANC,
podcast event
and then
ever,
the other one
maybe.
is the
This
Democratic
one
Alliance.
should be
right?
platinum gold.
So it's
Nobody
kind of
wanted to
similar
watch
to the
it,
United
but
States.
we
like,
did
the
it.
African
We finally made the
National
Black
Party is
show.
kind of equivalent
Look
to the
at
Democratic Party. Most
Mazel
Black South
tov.
Africans vote there because that's the party that ended apartheid, right? And
We both
the
shall
Democratic
belong
Party,
to Luke
that's the
Facts
party
for
that's the
bringing
civil
out the
rights.
facts.
So similar to when we used to vote Republican back in the day because it was the party of Lincoln. Lincoln ended
Bing, bing.
slavery, so
Bong,
Black
bong.
Americans voted
Bing, bing.
for the
Bong,
Republican
bong.
Party all the way up to the 60s. And then Democratic Party is a party of civil rights, so Black Americans have been voting Democrat ever since, right? So it's similar. So the African National Congress Party is the party of left mass
Bing,
immigration.
bing. Bong, bong.
They're the LGBTQ, transgender, Pan-Africanism. It's the party that majority of Black South Africans vote for. So Julius Malimba, what's his name? Julius Malimba. I think that's his name. Is that his name? I don't know. But anyway, so a lot of Black South Africans are kind of sick and tired. I'm just giving y'all the context before we go over there. A lot of Black South Africans start to realize that immigration and Pan-Africanism has been weaponized against them, and it created a buffer class, right? So most people that started to migrate to South Africa happened after apartheid ended, right? Like most of the Africans, most of the immigrants, they didn't come there. They wasn't there during apartheid, so most of them came after. So I guess they got something similar to affirmative action called is it BEE, I think. But they found out that a lot of people that was benefiting from do y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right, so a lot of people that kind of benefited from these affirmative action, which is BEE, their version of BEE, were Black immigrants. A lot of people that was getting access to like the business in their communities has been like Asians, like similar to like Black America and like Martin Luther King Street in every major city. You see majority of Black Americans in those neighborhoods, but the ownership is majority like Asians, Lebanese, Chinese, Arabs. A lot of the business owners in those communities is non-Black. So they started to realize as of recently, and they created this party called Operation Abdullah, which is considered xenophobic. But these are people that just South African first. So they end up getting into it with a lot of Somalis.
That was my worst Frank Sinatra song ever.
Zimbabweans, a lot of Nigerians. It's like crazy. So the shit that they were saying, like how people come over there and tell them that they're baby mamas. So because they kind of they marriage rate is single parent. So before 1994, apartheid ended, they had a marriage rate of like 85. After apartheid, they kind of opened the floodgates to immigration, and it led to it's not the equivalent to the crack era, but it was kind of similar to where it led to like a lot of families getting broken.
Yeah, are you saying basically because of the influx of immigrants, they started mixing and it was like kind of tearing up their communities?
Yes, they started bringing drugs in, and they created Operation Abdullah, and it led to like a lot of these people killing African immigrants, right? So a lot of people brought drugs in, they ended up killing them. A lot of people doing thievery, fake passports, they kill them. Like, it's just a lot of crazy shit. So without context, a lot of people just label this group xenophobic. So I went over there, I was talking up with them, I was telling them about what's going on in the United States and how, there's Black people in the United States have been the people who've been voting Democrat for hella long, but they kind of feel like the Democratic Party, even though like I was telling like the Republicans don't really nothing for us, just like how the party that I spoke about earlier, not the ANC, the Democratic Alliance Party. So Democratic Alliance Party is like the party of like white nationalists.
I need to update my app that I use. And I just told him, this is my workout plan, create that plan, blah, 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 do your own thing and come back when you're finished. And it's crazy. This is like,
but it's basically running ChatGPT. The idea with the no, but I'm saying, well, you can do that with ChatGPT. I'm saying the idea with the Comet browser is that it's basically it can be an agent on the web, so you can get it to automate You get it to automate.
No, it doesn't work like
It
that.
does it so good.
No, it does work like
so
that.
good.
That's how it works. Yes, it does. I've done it.
Dude, it controls your browser. You can do whatever you want.
Exactly. You can get it to, for example, it's this. I don't know why they have
It's not a reliable situation, Lou.
I'm saying it's the idea of it.
I've been,
David, listening.
Say 9 hours ahead. So it's currently 12. I think they're 10 hours ahead. It's currently 12. Let's book my flight to. I'm going to see. I don't know if I told y'all, but I'm about to go. Give me a sec, cause I gotta. Give me a sec. Yeah, so I'm going to. My flight to. I'm going to Pretoria, Jordan. Go see the seventh wonder. Y'all seen that that mountain where they got? It's like a hold on, I'm a PTR. I forgot the name of this shit.
It's called Petra.
What's that shit in Pretoria, Jordan, where the people? It's like a.
It's Petra.
Talking about the Petra in Jordan?
Yeah.
With the, I mean, talking about one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Yeah, like the mountains. See, I just booked my flight.
Those are called the Nabateans.
Nah, motherfucker. Damn. I forgot the name of that shit.
Nah, I know what you're talking about. Nah, I always wanted to go see the pyramids too, though.
Yeah, I already did. I already did 3. I already did 3 of the 7 wonders of the world. I went to the Taj Mahal. I seen that.
Nice.
Then I did the Giza. I did the Pyramid of Giza. And then I did the what's the pyramids in Mexico? In Chichen Itza. I did that. Yeah, I did the pyramids in Chichen Itza. That's one of the 7 wonders of the world. So I got 4 more left.
You got to go to the 10th wonder of the world famous Admiral Theater in Chicago, Illinois on Lawrence Avenue.
The Amazon one, and isn't there one in Tibet?
No, it's the one in Brazil. It's a
Either
crazy
way,
one. I'm
doesn't
on the
matter.
closest one I've seen on TikTok.
Does mustache because they want to raise money.
We don't do respect, David. Kick them.
Oh, kick this thing in.
So, Pepe, did you enjoy your roast in Lou Fax room? Oh, that was amazing. I got you, boxed you down, smacked you in the face, Dr. Pepper. No, you're not live. Not in your lifetime.
Bullshit. No, let's kick him.
Kick him out of the room. Bye-bye. Bing. Bong bong.
Perfect bundles. The world of business, for example, is this way. Line items.
So they're saying there's like a separation between the old 7th and the new 7th.
New one. Yeah, it's a new one. 7 one is a modern world, and 7 one is an ancient world, or something like that.
So the new ones is the Great Wall, Petra in Jordan, Christ the Redeemer in Brazil, Machu Picchu in Peru, Chichen Itza in Mexico.
Chichen Itza, yes.
Chichen Itza in
that's the one I went to.
Mexico, Colosseum in Italy, Taj Mahal in India.
Yeah, I went with my sister to the Taj Mahal one. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was dirty as shit out there. But it was a beautiful view though. But that shit was. I went there. That was one of the first spots I went to ever.
You ain't touched on the street food?
Hell no. That was my first time out the country, so I was like, what the fuck?
So the old one is Great Pyramid of Giza.
Yeah, that's when I went to.
Hanging Gardens of Babylon, Iraq. Statue of Zeus at Olympia in Greece, Temple of Artemis at Ephesus in Turkey, Mausoleum at Halicarnasse, Turkey, Colossus of Rhodes in Greece, and Lighthouse of Alexandria in Egypt.
You could actually take a day trip from Cairo, Egypt, going towards Alexandria to see the lighthouse. So you could.
The new Trump ballroom is going to be the Palace of Versailles of America.
Y'all worried about Planeteer? Because it looks like it's about to be the next fucking huge company.
I want to visit Antarctica, bro. I've been watching some crazy shit on. I've been going down a rabbit hole lately. I don't know why. Like travel, like because that was my plan before the pandemic happened. I was going to go visit like 20 countries, and I was on country 4 in Giza in Egypt, and then the pandemic happened while I was literally in Egypt, bro. Man.
Well, I know some great beachfront property in Gaza that you could buy up for pennies on the dollar.
I'm good. They put you everywhere but America. Speaking of pyramids, I heard they got pyramids in the Grand Canyon, and I heard Nile River is really the Mississippi River in Memphis, in Cairo.
Well, the biggest pyramid scam going is
and what's the rapper chick name from back in the day? Boo Gangsta is Nefertiti.
Yo, y'all trolling.
You don't knock it off. That's what I was told.
Well, you know, a lot of people in here are Christians, but Jesus Christ is just the updated Osiris.
So, no, you right about that one. I'm waiting on them to respond right now, man. Because, you know, it's late over there in South Africa, bro. We got to do our TikTok debut over there. Concrete, you got TikTok?
No.
I got TikTok. Let me join your live stream.
Yeah. I don't post shit.
Hey, Blue, is the format on TikTok like very similar?
Yes, it's like this. It's better. It's killed, bro. I be over there, bro. So I got a burner account first. You know, I do the thing I do on Clubhouse. I gotta go check it out. Put the burner. I get the burner. Bro, I gained 700, 800 followers, nigga, in like a month just talking over there, quick. Yeah, it's like a panel. It's like this, but it's way more people. You get 800 people.
Are you consistent?
No, I haven't did a room yet. I go to other people's rooms, but I kind of made a name for myself over there.
Not on TikTok.
No, I'm saying I haven't.
Okay, I'm gonna end this Lufax production. Go to JohnSonCongress.com.
Oh, I bet.
So people be trying to like do rooms with me and shit. Let's see, American Indian Records in the tunnel. Melissa, what's up? You are you Blackfoot Indian?
Hell no.
Damn.
I mean, not like that. No.
You look good. You want a job application?
Nigga, she got a man. She married. You don't see her profile?
I just want to give her a job application. What you mean?
Anyways, what y'all on, man? What y'all got cracking today?
Man, the Giants just got me mad, man. I'm done watching football for the day.
Football is rigged. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know shit.
Nah, it is. Nah, it is rigged. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know how we lost the game. They was up by.
It was up 20-10. I'm thinking they about to win comfortably. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, with like 6 minutes on the clock, nigga. What the hell?
Sorry, at least I still got the Knicks. They might lose too.
I got a big bet right now. My bet is on, and y'all can watch me sweat. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm betting Memphis Grizzlies plus 10 versus OKC, man. Plus 10.
Wait, where they playing? Are they playing in Memphis?
This is the Lufax Show with Canada John.
That's doable.
Go to JohnSonCongress.com.
I like that.
I can't
They might win that game outright.
I got Grizzlies plus 10, man. They might win the game. That's big money right there. So you bet that. Hold on, because I'll put the bet in. Give me a sec.
All this football and baseball and soccer, it's games for children. This is Peanuts and Circus, but Roman updated version. You know, the Black Lives Matter movement should have been at the doorsteps of every Federal Reserve facility throughout the entire country. During COVID-19, hundreds of thousands and millions of illegal aliens swarmed the border. Where was the COVID-19 vaccine worry then? Or the COVID-19 virus then? And the hundreds of thousands and millions of protesters during the BLM riots in June of 2020. Where was the concern for the spread of COVID-19 then? It's been all political charades, political theater, manipulated and controlled. And, you know, I don't know, God bless America and God bless Donald Trump.
Wait, what?
Hey, John, well, when last time you been to Israel? You're not technically, you are who your mother is, right? And
had like, you know, oh, Hunter Biden has a laptop. Had like, you know, oh, Hunter Biden has a laptop. Oh, account deleted. Oh, account deleted.
Yes. Yeah, censorship is a problem.
Two sides of the same coin.
Listen, the only platform for freedom of speech is X. That's it. Everything else is total censorship. It's called medical misinformation. Your account gets terminated. You can't question the COVID-19 vaccines. If you are paralyzed in a wheelchair and you say that I was vaccinated and now I'm paralyzed, that's medical misinformation. You can't say that on YouTube.
What was the previous point before you move the goalpost, John?
Hi, what up, bro?
No, Melissa, what was the point you were talking about before John interrupted you?
Me?
No, I was talking to Melissa.
Oh, Melissa.
She's being very valid.
I really don't know. I can't even remember.
Yeah, well that's what happens when you get like John Kitover in the room. The House members, that is like one of my most favorite people that I've known for 4 years on this app. He's a great father. He's a great Christian. He owns a very successful business in 18 states. And I love hearing from him, and I'll go on mute. Mom died in September of 21. I knew him from like Instagram, and I used to like, you know, we'd like have videos but want to hurt people. And like, you know, one day I was on Instagram, he's like, I can't talk, I'm on Clubhouse. I'm like, what the fuck is Clubhouse? And then he invited me, and like since December of 21, the 4 years, well next month.
Getting drunk and saying the N-word.
Like, you know, I know John, you know, so, but I've met like
anybody can go to johnforcongress.com and text me. It's not a private number.
That like it depends on what room and what time and what conversation. So I always take it with a grain of salt. Dude, I'm Heinz 57. Like I am nothing but ketchup because it took like 57 ingredients to make this ketchup.
I got kicked in the goo. They finally kicked me.
You hear me now?
That was the longest I think I've ever been on.
Now,
Here we go.
Right,
Let's try him.
wait, what was your question, Southern man?
It was more of an observation about like how I ended up here. But I was gonna ask Miss Melissa about what she was talking about, but she said she didn't remember. And then DJ was asking me about like, you know, what, like, why did I end up here? And like, you know, and then you said me about John Kitover, who just went down. And I've known these people. I've been on here 4 years, and this is my fourth account in 5 years. Well, 4 years. So like one account per year I get clipped. But it is what it is, man.
Wait, what were you gonna ask?
You were talking with DJ about something, but then John moved the goalpost, and I asked you what you were talking about before John started talking, and you were like, "Oh, I forgot." That's part of like John's shtick, is like when people start making points and shit, he'll exacerbate the statements to the point where you forget what the fuck you were just talking about.
No, I had a shot of tequila and I just can't remember.
Yeah, oh, well, I mean, hey, you know, agave, let's go. I'm 50 years old. Shit.
Was it COVID?
Dude, yeah.
Top is the best tequila.
March, like COVID popped in March of 2020. My mom died in September of 26, and then in December of 21. And then like December of 21 was when John brought me into Clubhouse. And then like this app is so full of so many personalities. Like you end up either having to adapt and overcome, or you're going to become like a victim.
Yes, welcome to Earth, Earthling.
A third rock from the sun.
I think Clubhouse is a social experiment. I'm not going to lie.
It really is. It really, really is.
And they're definitely listening to us.
Oh, dude, I'm class of 1992. The internet came out, 36 years ago in like January of 91?
Okay, I'm going to end it here. You know, scan John, go to johnforcongress.com.
Holy, or 24 years, 34 years ago. 34 years ago. In January of 21 is when, but I'm class of 92. And we grew up without the freaking internet. I mean, we were playing Oregon Trail on some Apple IIe's.
Oregon Trail! That was my shit. Not gonna lie. What was the Oregon Trail? Slow ass game. That was great.
You forded the river. All your family drowned, and the people that survived died of dysentery. Like, holy shit.
Oregon Trail! It was such a good game. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, I can't believe you remember that. That's like one of the first learning games that they put in schools.
Girl, have you ever played Zork? Z-O-R-K. Yeah, it was a text word game on Apple IIe with like the green screen, but it was word prompt, and it would be like you were standing in the middle of the woods. There was a path going to your left and to your right, and there's a tree in front of you. You would type in the C prompt, climb tree. You climb to the top of the tree. You see in the distance to the left there's a castle, and to the right there's a swamp. And you're down tree, and you would go to either the castle or the swamp, but you had to go get things from each adventure. It's all command. It was all text. There was no graphics to any of it. It was like reading a novel that you made your own answer to. I'm not capping.
Nah. Why? Because Bill Clinton was elected. Bill Clinton won in 1992. That was the face of bullshit. The first black president at top in the White House. Bill Clinton represented I'm so sorry because you saying 1990 crap.
Sunday, November 9th, 2025, 5:10 p.m. CST. Health, wealth, love, peace of mind, happiness, and strength. Hope you enjoyed it. Go to johnforcongress.com. That's the Lou Fact Show, everybody. Oops. I'll let you run.